welcome back to my channel. Come on in the room. I will not be before you long. But if you are new to my channel, which is going to be a lot of people, my name is Lucretia, but you can call me Cree for short. And my channel is all for women who are over 40, not exclusively for women over 40, but since I am such woman, yeah, so it is for women who have wholeheartedly submitted themselves to God, God's will, God's purpose for their lives, and are just looking to become better versions of themselves, become the women that God has called them to be. So if you are that woman, welcome, come on in. This video won't be before you long, but this is going to be a good one. Today we're going to be talking about being blind to your blessing. Right, so this was something that God revealed to me, because this is something that I dealt with, and really coming out of that, not seeing the thing that God has given me, right? The blessing, the gift, the talent that God has given me. And he brought to my attention the parable of the three men and their talents that they were given, right? So if you don't know this, it is coming from Matthew 25 verses 14 to 18, and I'll sum it up for you, but please go back and read it. But it is about a man who was going on a journey, and he gave three of his servants talents. One he gave 5, another he gave 2, and another he gave 1. And I'm just reading my notes to make sure I get this right. But yes, one he gave 5, another he gave 2, and another he gave 1. So the first two, the one who received 5 and another who received 2, basically went out and doubled the talent, right? But the last servant he buried his talent, and his excuse was, "It's because I know that you are a harsh man, reaping where you didn't sow, so I buried it. So here's what you gave me. Like, I'm giving back what you gave me, with no multiplication to it." And the master was very upset, and he took that one and gave it to the one who doubled the first servant. And what God brought to my attention with this is that servant who buried the talent was operating in so much fear that he didn't understand that even that one talent was valuable. It was valuable, and it needed to be treated as such. How many of us are walking around with gifts and talents that God has given us, but we are too scared to share it with the world? We're too scared. We are so scared that of being judged or being looked at as, who are they to try to do A, B, and C? That servant literally buried his talent and did not have the opportunity to take it to the world, to at least give back the master's talent with interest. Like, he said, "You didn't even invest it. At least you could have just put it in the bank and had it double in interest." And we are so caught up in not being viewed as a certain person or thing, or we look at other people and see, oh, God has blessed them with A, B, and C, but I only have this little bit. Every gift and talent that God has given you, you are to view it as valuable, because that's what it is. It's valuable. It is to be shared with the world. God gave it to you to build his kingdom, expand his kingdom, edify him, glorify him. Now, there are people out here who are using their talents for their own selfish ambition, and those individuals will be handled accordingly when God comes back and they have to answer for it. But as for you, the believer, those who are being called his disciples, if you are calling yourself his disciple, first of all, you should be calling yourself like God has shown you, right? By how you show up, how you pray, how you seek him, right? Because we can give ourselves labels, but God ain't behind it. But how are you using the talent that God has given you to glorify Him or expand His kingdom, to allow people to see like, oh, she is led by God, she is filled with the Holy Spirit? Or are you operating in fear because you don't know how people are going to receive you? That is not your problem. If God told you to do something, it is not your problem if somebody receives it. Okay? It is not your problem if people do not receive it. And we have to get out of this fear mindset of thinking that God has only, given me just a little thing, and it's not even that important. Who are you? Who are you to say that the talent, the gift that God has given you ain't enough? He gave it to you for a reason, but He also knows you. He knows if you're going to use that talent for good, for evil, if you're going to bury it, if you're going to multiply it. He already knows. There's nothing surprises God. It's a surprise to you. So the man with the one talent did not share. He buried it and he waited for the master to come back. Are you burying your gift? Are you so blind to the gift that God has given you that you feel like you can't even share it, that you're just going to bury it because it doesn't seem important? But you over here looking at everybody else's gift, everybody else's talent, and like, oh wow, they have so much talent and they can sing and they can do this and they're a great artist, but you got the gifts inside of you that God has given you, and you're so blind that you can't even recognize it. And I had to like really seek God about this, because it's like, Lord, they can do that, they can sing, I want to be able to sing, I want to be able to do. And He's like, but the level of creativity that you got creating this channel, talking to people, being able to minister to people, they share most intimate parts of themselves with you, and you can sit here and navigate and see things that they're not saying and bring it to their attention, like, this is what I'm observing, right? It seems like you're dealing with A, B, and C, but you're not even aware that this is a problem. This is why God told me you're going to be a mental health counselor. And I was against it, but then it was like, Lord, I can see it. I see that gift. I see the gift that you've given me. Now, not to say that I'm completely happy with that gift, right? Like, I'm like, Lord, I don't want to talk to people all day. But He's like, this is what I've called you to do, so do it. Now, either you're going to be obedient and do the thing, or you're going to be disobedient and bury it. Y'all, when He told me that, I said, okay, I'm going to be obedient, because the last thing that I want to do is be out here trying to strive and push and make something happen for myself, which I've done for years, and be unhappy. So y'all, I had to clock in before I clocked in. Like, I'm at work right now. I'm at work, but I got to clock in before I clock in, right? I had to do this video because it's been on me. But I want to ask you a question. What talent or gift have you buried because of fear, right? What talent or gift have you buried because of fear? Fear of rejection, fear of being judged, fear of not, hitting the level that you think you need to hit. What are you burying? What are you saying? I'm not going to do A, B, and C. And it takes you to 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and of self-control. God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and self-control and love. Operate in that. Operate in it. Use your gift. Share your gift with the world, because that's the whole point of God giving it to you. I love you all. Pray for me. I'm going to pray for you. Leave in the comments what you thought about this. What is God telling you about Matthew 25, verse 14 to 18, about the men with the talents? Like, share what your thoughts are. Share you don't have to share it, but Let me know, like, has God given you a word about your talent, your gift that you need to be sharing with the world and you have hesitation? Let me know in the comments. And I love you guys, and big blessings to you. Bye.